is some turmeric powder, an ancient spice, an ancient medicine. But have you ever heard of turmerin? Turmerin? Not likely, unless you are an herbal nerd like I am, or perhaps a phytochemistry scientist. So we don't hear much about turmerins, another constituent of turmeric. And this is because a lot of the focus is on curcumins, a different class of chemicals in turmeric. And while curcumins have a lot of interesting biological activities, they ain't the only game in town when it comes to turmeric. And I will tell you, as an herbalist, my bias is using the whole herb, crude extracts thereof, to get a broader spectrum of the biological effects. And I don't mean to be picking on curcumin, but I do get a bit annoyed because that's all we seem to hear about with respect to turmeric. So much so that turmeric and curcumins are often equated, not just in the popular press, but in the scientific literature. And this is intellectual laziness. So anyway, turmerins, these are small peptides, so little baby proteins, basically, strings of amino acids with some interesting biological effects based on the research done on them so far. So for instance, turmerins in cell culture can have, or they have about 3,000 times the strength of vitamin E with respect to antioxidant effects. Turmerins also have anti-inflammatory effects as well. And whenever you hear the word curcumin, you probably think, oh, anti-inflammatory. Those are why turmeric is anti-inflammatory. Well, sure, curcumins contribute to it, but they are not the only game in town. Anyway, back to turmerins. Turmerins also have what are known as anti-mutagenic effects. This means that they reduce the frequency of DNA mutations in the assays used. DNA mutations are some of the initiating steps in cancer development. So there's other information on turmerins as well. I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to save it for this Wednesday's class, May 26th, called Turmeric. It ain't just curcumin. So this will be an online interactive Zoom class, just an hour long, coming up, like I said, on Wednesday the 26th. So if you want to geek out more on turmeric as a medicine beyond curcumins, join us.